on movies, television shows, and now the first 100 years have been captured in a first-of-its-kind museum exhibit. So this morning we're joined live by the executive director of the Newseum, Joe Urschel. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, Denise.
So it sounds like what you've done is collect, I don't know, a couple hundred different FBI artifacts and then just put them all together into this really interesting exhibit for folks.
Yes, that's right. We've collected these objects and built them around 10 or 12 of the greatest stories in the history of the FBI. The FBI's 100-year anniversary is coming up in about a month, and we built this collection with them to try to tell the story of the FBI and its relationship with the press over its 100-year history. And of course, sometimes that's been cooperative and sometimes it's been contentious.
And I understand you've got artifacts, you know, small and big, but also is it true what the log cabin that the Unabomber was found in back in Montana, is that right?
Right. We have on display the 10 by 12 foot cabin that the Unabomber lived in for about 20 years as he was eluding the FBI. You can see what the interior looks like and some examples of how he was able to survive in there. He had no plumbing, no electricity. And of course, in this case, it's one of great cooperation between the FBI and the press. The FBI went to the Washington Post and the New York Times and asked them to publish the Unabomber manifesto, which they eventually did, and Kaczynski was captured and eventually convicted.
You must have had a hard time selecting what you were going to put on display. Is there a favorite artifact for you that you are really enjoying, people are excited about?
Well, you know, I get a kick out of some of the objects from the gangster era, you know, the Pretty Boy Floyd and Machine Gun Kelly, and we have artifacts from them, the death mask that John Dillinger was made of John Dillinger, some of his weapons, the cigar he was holding when he was shot down outside the Biograph Theater in Chicago.
Great years. All right, thank you very much for sharing that with us. We can also tell our viewers that exhibit opens this week. It's going to run through June of next year in Washington, D.C. We've set up a link on our website as well. Joe Urschel, thanks very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Denise.
You bet.
Interesting stuff.
Yeah, I think it sounds cool.
Lead animal shelter stop.